Hi guys, last video we have ended up with retrieving the tasks from our database, and in this one we're supposed to actually add tasks as well as delete them. Okay, and before I start, I'd like to mention a couple of little changes I've made to the view part of the source code. So here in the index.html file, actually all the dynamic parts had been already encapsulated to ngView, and the reason for doing this is that directives like ngClick and something like this, so all the Angular directives are actually only working just within this ngView and not from the static document. So that's the reason for putting them to the ngView, and now they live in the list.html, and I'll just show you. So here our text and the submit button over here, and actually what has changed. So well, in the text field we've added a thing called ngModel, so that's another attribute to add, and that's needed in order to pass the particular content of the text field to the database as the task of the actual database. So note this addition of ngModel equals task.task. Okay, and when the user presses the button, it actually now invokes the add task ngClick event and add tasks function, which is not yet created. We're going to write this one in this video. Okay, and also okay, well, get tasks actually remains the same, and I've added a couple more buttons and another little div here in order to make it look like a little bit more kind of decent way. So the first button is for editing, and it's not yet powered by ngClick event, but the remove button is already powered, so we would use the function remove task, which would take the entry of the particular ID we're now at, and that's the way how we're supposed to delete the function. So these two functions, get tasks and the remove task, are actually those we're supposed to write in this particular video. So basically, kind of without further ado, I'd like to start. So I just close this file and go to TODO.js, and just after the get tasks I say scope add task, and it all actually kind of like the get tasks, but well, actually a bit different. Okay, so actually, like, oh, what have I done? So add tasks add task equals function, and like this. Okay, and let's actually log to the console. First of all, let's log what we're supposed to add. So console log $scope dot task, and this is the task element, the string we're supposed to actually add. Okay, and now it's time to make HTTP post request. So I say $HTTP post. So each time we want to add something to the database, we're actually about to use the post request, just like we have done this already in the REST easy Chrome application. And now specify the address or the API to make a call. So API tasks, like this, and then what we're actually supposed to put there, it's actually the scope, the task that we've logged in our console already. Well, and in this case we just say then function response. Oh, what have I done? Function response, and in this case what we actually want to see, we actually want to update the view, and in order to now separate this stuff in like adding a new element manually to the database and then to the view, well, with a simple solution for this is actually just to say window location and href equals, and basically this hash symbol, and this means we just go to the index HTML. So in this particular case, we just go to the page. So it's like this line is like just says like update the page after you've done things, and after the update, the ng-init director would actually will call the get tasks function, this one over here. So it would be called again, and everything is going to be redrawn in the window. So we will be able to actually see all the new elements. Well, actually one element we have already added there. Okay, and a little error handler as always. So we just say just the function error, and if error, throw error like this. Okay, so well, probably so just a little semicolon here. Okay, well now now if I've done everything correctly, it has to kind of be able to add tasks. So let's try to add something here. Okay, and he adds a new task, and also he logs to the console. So what particularly did I actually add here? And the delete button is not really working for now, as far as we didn't provide the remove task function yet. So well, let's actually now implement the remove task function, and I go back to TODO.js, and here I say simply scope remove task. Yes, that's the name. Remove task is equal to a function, and here we want another login stuff here. So we say console log, and we want to see the ID of the particular task we're actually removing. So we say just removing task, and then just simply plus ID. Okay, and I forgot, yeah, for sure. So this function takes the ID as the parameter, as the argument. Yeah. So we have to pass the argument, and we actually did this in list.html. I'll just show you just in a minute. Okay, and now the main HTTP request. So we say actually HTTP delete. So this time we send a delete request, and now specify the API address. So we say API tasks and :_ID. Well, maybe no, it's probably not the best way. Let's make it like this for sure. Okay, so just plus ID. Yeah, so just add this ID, and it would be a string concentrating at the very end. Okay, so plus ID, and actually then again, so function response, and again we want to do absolutely the same. We just want this window to be updated just exactly we did when okay, I just want to copy this little error function here as well. Just copy and paste here. The copy pasting is not good practice, so it might have make some troubles though. Okay, well probably I shouldn't have done this. Okay, save. Okay, let's just see if everything is just fine. So just update this and try to delete one. Okay, console canlol canlol is not defined. Okay, console save, and one more time try to delete this. Okay, now it works. So he says removing task. Well, I had to put a little enter here. Okay, another little issue. I'll just show you how to fix this. Okay, and actually removing task space save. So let me just do this again. So say checkup email, and I add it. He adds this, and then I just can remove any, and it actually works just fine. Okay, and the last little thing has he gives us a deprecation warning. The collection remove is deprecated. Well, I'll fix this just in a minute. You know, this technologies, all this web technologies actually developing so fast, so the previous functions being deprecated quite often, basically. So in order to fix this, I had to go just to my project folder and then just tutorials part 7 and API tasks. I open the tasks.js, and here instead of remove delete task, instead of remove here, it suggests me to use delete one or delete one. Okay, so let's actually use the delete one. Delete one and save and close this, and the server has been restarted. And let me just check this one more time. So I add something and then delete and see. Okay, no more errors now, so we've changed this old remove to delete one actually. Okay, well guys, this is it for this video. The next video was supposed to implement some changes, so would write a function for the edit button, so we would be able actually to change the value of the particular task we've already added. So until next video, and take care.